What's up, guys? George back again to do another Rantin and Ramblin series video. It's been a few days, almost I guess a week now, since the shooting in Florida, Parkland, Florida. Um, another another senseless act of random violence in the states here. I just don't. I'm at the point where I don't get it anymore. This kid, obviously everybody's heard by now. 19-year-old kid legally buys AR-15, slaughters 17 people down in junior high school in Florida. Gets arrested on his way out, or on his way home, I guess. Actually leaves with some of the students as they're being evacuated. Tries to escape that way. It's not, I hate to say it, but at this point, it's not gonna stop unless some serious changes are made here in the States with these gun laws. And I come from a family on my father's side who was and still are hunters and have many guns. So I've grown up around guns. I've shot guns. I have a gun. I have a couple guns. That I've had for a long time, and I have some antique guns as well that I was, handed down from my father and from his father and his father's father. So, I haven't shot in years now. Probably ever since I had my first son. But I can still handle a gun pretty well, I think. I mean, I've shot BB guns and airsoft guns and stuff like that, but no real. I just don't. I have no need to at this point in my life. I don't hunt. I'm an animal guy. I love animals. I just can't. I can't go hunting. I just can't do it. That's just a personal thing. I get, my wife's family are all hunters, and that's fine. I don't have a problem with hunting. I just can't do it. I'm not a big fan of big game hunting and stuff, but deer and squirrel and that kind of shit, whatever. I do have a problem with the current gun laws in America. As I was reading through, I did quite a bit of research, probably over the last few years now. Just seeing what's out there, what the laws are, and some of these laws are so ridiculous. I mean, it goes state by state, but I think the biggest one is, you could be 18 and buy an AR-15, semi-automatic or assault rifle, whatever you want to call them. It's all, they're a gun made for slaughtering as many things as you can in as little time as possible. You have to be 18 to buy that, but you have to be 21 to buy a handgun, which makes no sense to me. It should be all 21. I think 18 is still a little young to even be able to buy anything that can kill another person or animal or whatever. And again, the government's just going to sit on their hands after this latest slaughter. If they sat on their hands after the Vegas one, they're not going to do anything for this one. I really thought things would change a little bit, and I'm not saying banning every gun. That's not what I'm saying. But the AR-15 or guns like it, there's no need for people to have them. I don't think. That's my opinion. If you could come up with a good reason why you need to have them, let me know, because I don't see a need for them other than, like I said, killing people, killing many in as little amount of time as needed. And I don't know, I'll get some, negative feedback on that opinion, but whatever. I don't give a fuck. A lot of people that I've talked to or argued with over the last few weeks or over the last week has yet to prove to me why there's a need for that type of gun. It all comes back to them about their Second Amendment rights, which if they read their Second Amendment rights and actually looked into the Second Amendment rights, they would see that they, a few of them have no idea what the fuck they're talking about. But that's all it comes back to is Second Amendment, their Second Amendment right to bear arms, which is almost a 300-year-old amendment, 250 years, whatever it is, back when you had to pack your own gunpowder and a musket ball into your gun and take one shot and then do it again. It took, over a minute to, well, maybe the fastest is 30 to 40 seconds to load your gun and fire one bullet. And it's crazy how many people who honestly believe that the government is going to come after them and they need their guns to stop the government from coming after them. I don't understand that whatsoever. It's such a easy and stupid argument to try, to throw out there. Well, if the government comes after me, I'll be ready. I'll be armed. Guess what? If the government comes after you, no matter what you do, they're going to get you. I honestly believe that. But it's some of these people that have these arguments are so ridiculous, and I'm sure I'm ridiculous to them. It's a matter of opinion. I'm sure I'm an idiot for wanting to ban these kind of assault rifles or high-powered rifles or automatic weapons, semi-automatic weapons. I'm sure they feel the same way about me that I feel about them, that they're just a fucking idiot, and that's fine. I mean, that's, you can't change people's opinion on a lot of stuff. But my problem is basically with and it's not just all Republican Party, but a majority of it is, and the NRA. The NRA pays these politicians and on all levels of government to, they lobby to keep these gun laws as loose as possible, I guess. And then when you see a tragedy like this happen with kids involved, um, you get your standard thoughts and prayers comments from these politicians. But yeah, I would have a feeling it'd be a totally different. They would be singing a totally different tune if one of their kids was slaughtered by some maniac, um, or some mentally challenged person. 'Cause, I mean, that's what it all stems. It really does all stem to mental stability of people. And with this current shooting in Florida, obviously there was signs that this kid was not all there, and the Florida branch of the FBI, wherever they are, dropped the ball on, I guess, contacts that they've gotten about this kid. But still doesn't change the fact that these kids were wiped out by this knucklehead. And I'm really surprised this kid's still living. Usually in cases like this, they either commit suicide or get blown up by, law enforcement. But it's becoming a little more. People are getting numb to it here. It seems like it's not as shocking as it used to be. Maybe because it's happening a lot, and often. It seems like every year there's a massive shooting somewhere where multiple people are wiped out. And that's just, I mean, obviously there's shit. There was something on the internet, which, you can believe everything you read on the internet, obviously, because it's on the internet. It's got to be true. But I fell for it as well. But there's been 18 school shootings since January 1st of this year. Which I couldn't believe because I didn't seem like. I mean, I believed it, but I didn't. It just seemed like a high number, but I hadn't heard of a lot of them. But then when you research it, it ends up being like eight actual shootings in or on school property. The other 10 being drive-by gang-related thing or suicide, but it's still shooting, and it happens everywhere. Philly's pretty well known for people getting shot. It's mostly young kids, 16 to 20, that are shooting each other. It's probably gang bullshit, which never made any sense to me, but it happens. And robberies down in the city, which has dropped considerably over the years. I mean, everywhere in the United States, there's pockets of, especially in urban areas, like cities like New York, Philly, DC, Chicago, highly populated areas. There's more people, so there's going to be more incidents. But people on the right and some people on the left like to look at look at all the the incidences in these cities, and they're all Democratic cities because it's full of urban people. That's the funniest thing I've ever heard. That most people in these cities are Democrats shooting each other. I've seen that a few times. It's a fucking ridiculous argument, and it's factually false. And that's a lot of shit that you see on the internet, whether it be Facebook or Twitter or wherever you get your news from. Um, People don't fact check stuff; they just put shit up whenever they feel like it. I've been known to do it and then go fact check it and realize that I was wrong. Uh, but everybody's going to have an opinion on it anyway. And a lot of times it differs people with people, and you can't stop stupid, I guess. Um, and people really don't like to fact check. And I hate to say like dumb people or not so bright people fall for shit all the time and hear shit, or they don't want to believe shit that is said by other news organizations that actually do fact check stuff. Uh, and with Trump's current fake news agenda, you know, you're getting that more and more. Everybody's fake news except for his Fox News, which really makes me laugh. I used to watch a lot of CNN, MSNBC, and I would pop on Fox News to hear their spin on things. And I mean, all the channels have their flaws, but Fox is just, that's like state-run media at this point. They were the first ones to, after these kids started speaking out in Florida, which I have all the respect in the world that finally somebody's standing up. All of a sudden Fox is starting to have their news panels on there saying that these kids are hired actors, and that speaking out. It's just that really pisses me off. It's just silly. These kids down there have just had it, I guess. They're not going to let this current shooting go away like every other shooting has. So they're standing up for it, and I dig that. It's good to see a younger generation of kids just not sit on their hands like they've been doing for the last 20 years. They all talk a good game, but then do nothing about it. And these kids are actually coming out and doing something about it. And I think this time it may work. And everybody thinks that when I say ban these guns, that I ban all guns. That's just fucking stupid. And anybody who has the same argument that I do of banning these things and hears that, oh, if we ban every gun, that's not what I'm saying, dumbasses. You know what I mean? They just want to quickly jump to ban. You just want to ban all guns. No, that's not the case. And they try, if you're arguing with somebody on Facebook, they try to make you look stupid. And that's fine. It just makes them look like an asshole, really. I always said that the people that buy these guns are making up for their own shortcomings, and I still believe that to a certain point. Makes them feel like big men, because they have either something mentally wrong when it comes to that, or tiny weenies. And I use that as a joke, the tiny wiener part, but it's funny. But I do believe that some of it, it's a mental thing, not the tiny weenie, but the mental thing of it, of having that big gun in your hands makes you feel like a big man. Back in my day, if you didn't stand toe to toe with somebody and throw down, fighting, We never ever thought about pulling a knife, let alone a gun. Um, if you lost, you lost. If you won, you won. That's the end of it. But like kids today, man, they're it's crazy. And it's a lot of bullying too now with social media and stuff. And I don't know the whole background of this kid. I'm not going to say his name in Florida. I'm not going to give him any credit or any recognition for it. But obviously, by what I've read in the papers and online on certain news sites, that he's had a troubled past, and that has a lot to do with it. I think. I would think. Just a confused kid. Uh, but that doesn't it doesn't excuse him from what he did, I guess you could say. Like he knew what he was doing. It's not like he was a dumb person. He knew what he was doing. It's just, why did he do it? What kind of attention does that get you? But I guess it got him what he wanted. I don't know. I don't know the mindset of these guys that do this shit. And like the guy in Vegas that shot up all those people at the country music fest thing, that dropped out of the news within 2 weeks, it seemed like. And obviously they have no motive because he was I guess he killed himself. There was reports he killed himself, reports that they shot him. I don't know. Who the fuck knows? But like, what was his motive? There was nothing. It was all dropped, you know. All, I don't want to say it was all hush hush, but it seemed like it. I'm not a conspiracy theorist guy, because when you hear those guys, they just sound like nuts, and people still they fall into that shit. Hearing these guys talk like Rush Limbaugh or fucking Alex Jones, that guy's a whacker. There's something mentally wrong with that guy, for real. I think he was the guy that said Sandy Hook was a false flag shooting, which is like, I don't know. Anyway, he's an idiot. Then you get guys like you get guys like Tucker Carlson, who's a little rat looking fucker. I would slap the shit out of if I saw him, I think. I just don't like that guy. He rubs me the wrong way. And like Don Lemon on CNN, he's okay. He seems like his heart's in the right place, but there's something about him too that I don't want to say seems forced, but I don't know. I watch a lot of the BBC thing and PBS news. Seems like it's pretty straightforward. I don't fall for all that cable news shit anymore. I just don't do it. They're just trying to sell ads and make money too. So they're gonna have biased opinions on either side. Although, I do believe Fox is ridiculous. Like, they're just out of control. And you even have guys on Fox that are starting to flip now. I wasn't gonna make this about Trump, but for a guy that goes down to Florida, visits the high school or the town, And then the days of the funeral, he's out golfing. I don't think any other president would have done that, no matter who it was. I think the president would have at least gone to the first funeral or whatever, but maybe I'm wrong. For a guy that says he's not going to have time to play golf as president, he's up in the 90s now, 90 days of golfing since he took office, which is more than Obama and Bush combined. Something stupid like that. And it's just like, how much work are you getting done on the golf course? And his endless tweets, his endless stupid tweets. And I really do believe there's something to this Russia thing with him. If not him directly, then somebody in his family, whether it be his son-in-law or his own son, I don't know. There's just too much I don't want to say evidence yet, because it's not fully all out, it's not all out there yet, but there's definitely something weird going on, or that went on. And, he likes to blame Obama for everything and Hillary for everything, and I guess that's what every president does about the president prior to them. I don't know. I don't remember Obama mouthing off about Bush every 10 minutes. Or mouthing off about somebody that he beat in the election who has nothing to do with anything anymore, like Hillary. And I wasn't a fan of Hillary, don't get me wrong. I didn't like her either. I still don't. But I like Trump even less. But like I said before in other videos, I never liked the guy, even long before he decided to run for the presidency. He's just one of those guys that you just want to slap the shit out of. I don't know, man. I'm sure, like I said, I'll get feedback, negative and positive, from this video. And that's fine. But it's got to start somewhere with these gun laws. Something has to be done. Whether they go in and redo everything, as far as looking at certain laws. And like I said, it goes state to state, too. The gun show loopholes that supposedly I thought were cleaned up a little bit, but I don't know. I don't know much about the gun show stuff. What I've read and what I've researched is all gun stores, and stores like Dick's and Cabela's and shit like that. I think the background checks need to be looked at a little more. There's got to be some kind of grace period between when you want to purchase the gun and the actual you taking the gun home. That'd be one thing. I know there's a little bit of a period, but not a sufficient amount of time to actually go and do a proper background check. Now, I don't know if it would have mattered with this kid in Florida. Who knows? But I know the Trump rolled back the law of mentally unstable person could purchase a gun. I don't know much about what that law was. I haven't read it. I just what I've read in the paper or on TV or about it. So I don't know if that's an actual factual law that he pulled back on. I don't know. I do want to do some research into that as well. Um, but it's just common sense stuff to me, as far as the gun laws go. Just common sense. But I guess my own common sense differs from somebody else. Um, and being a record collector, I get collecting guns. My guy I work with, his father has 400 and some guns. It's an addiction, like record collecting or movies or whatever. I get that part of it, but I don't know. Maybe that's what it is. It's kind of an addiction with some of these guys because you can't hunt with these high-powered basically machine gun type assault weapon type guns. I guess you could, but I think you would fucking chew up the meat. I guess you could hunt with them. I don't know. I wouldn't personally. And then you see other people like, well, DUI kills a certain amount of people every year from drunk driving accidents. Do we ban alcohol? Which is a stupid argument. They already tried that once. Didn't work out so well. I mean, there's all kinds of arguments you can make. And you could be here for months trying to make some kind of argument on this stuff, but I was gonna, make this video over the last couple days and just decided not to, and then today it hit me like, why not? So, like I said, I'm gonna get different opinions from different people, and that's fine. And some people will agree with me and some won't, which is fine. I don't think any less of that person that disagrees with me unless they're being their righteous asshole about it. But when you see guys just and numbers and facts that these Republican senators and are just constantly being paid off by the NRA, it's sick. It's sick. It is blood money. It really is. I mean, there's no other way to describe it. And it's not just Republicans. I shouldn't have said that. There is some Democrats, Democratic senators that take money from the NRA too. But not nearly as many as the Republicans. But yeah, when a shooting happens, they send their thoughts and prayers, which does absolutely nothing. And you think these guys being the holier than thou Christians that they appear to be on TV, they're just scumbags, that use their religious beliefs to fool their followers, I guess. That's why I anything that has to do with religion at this point in my life, I don't want any parts of it. I really don't. Nothing good has come out of it. At all. It's ridiculous. Now, people that put all their faith in a religion and live by that faith and live by whatever religion tells them to do or say or whatever, I don't have a problem with. I don't like people that push their religion on other people. That makes me sick. And I just want to tell people to shut the fuck up when I hear that stuff. I'm an agnostic. I don't believe in it, but I just don't know. And anybody that tells you that they absolutely know that there's an afterlife or a God or whatever is full of shit. They have no idea, just like I have no idea that there isn't. But their faith tells them to believe it, and whatever. If that makes you sleep better at night, you're being a good person because of your faith, more power to you. But it's the people that use it to benefit themselves I have a problem with, or the people that use it to try to recruit other people in their cult. 'Cause that's what essentially it all is cults. I have a problem with that as well. But I have friends of mine, even here on YouTube, that are religious, that I have no qualms with, no problems with. They're good people. They don't push it on anybody. I'm not going to say any names, but a few of them probably know who they are. A couple metal guys in here. And I don't have a problem with it. And I don't know if they have a problem with me because I don't believe in it. They've never come and said anything to me. And that's, I don't think they do. But I don't have a problem with them. If their faith is what gets them through the day, good on you, man. More power to you. It's the ones that use it that I don't like at all. And at this point, I've seen so many people using it for not good intentions and try to, like I said, recruit other people in their cult that pushes me even further away from it. But I think there's a big change coming in this country starting this November. For the midterms, I have a feeling, and with these kids constantly out there spreading, basically talking. These kids are out there doing what they should be doing, I think, from Florida. It's a good sign. And hopefully we'll get it all straightened out to a point where everything is good again. But we'll see. A lot of people want to, a lot of the older Americans, older white dudes, they want to go back to the 50s. It's just not going to happen. They want to live in a time that they remember their childhood in, and that was the 50s. And they want to live, in a simpler time. And guess what? It's just not going to happen. It's not going to happen anywhere. You can move anywhere you want. You can live anywhere you want. It's not going to happen. And that's scary to a lot of people. And as my kids get older, it's scary to me that this kind of shit goes on in this country right now. And it's sad. What are their kids? When they have kids, what's it going to be like then? If we're all still here. That's another video. But anyway, that's it. 40 minutes of rambling about guns and religion, and which I normally don't do on this channel. But I had to get some shit off my chest. It makes me feel better talking, just rambling. Whether I'm right or wrong or stupid or smart, I don't care. Whether people think that or not, I don't give a fuck what you think. And I think that's a major problem in this country. Is too many people worry about what other people think of them, and I don't. So you can leave a comment below if it's an intelligent comment, not you're fat or shave your beard or your eyes are too far apart or your eyes are too close together. You know, your typical 12-year-old comments that people get on their videos. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you think, or if you have, what's some of your ideas about gun control in this country? Whether it be banning guns or not banning guns, and why. I'm curious to see what people's opinions are on it. Mine would be ban assault weapons for right now, anyway. And then a clean sweep of owners that have them and background checks. They can still keep them for now until significant background checks are done. And then if your background checks are done and you pass them with flying colors, you get to keep it. If not, they take it from you. That could be one way to go, although that would be a massive overhaul of the whole thing. But it's like, that it's like that person that does one thing wrong and ruins it for the rest of the people. I mean, that's basically what it comes down to. And that's what it's going to have to come down to at a certain point, or else this shit's going to keep happening. When you look at other gun laws around the other countries, like Australia, had their school shooting years, what was it, 04, 02, somewhere around there. They banned all assault rifles, haven't had one since. And they're crazy down there in Australia. I'm just kidding. But who knows? I mean, it's so broad of a problem that who knows what can be done. Something's got to be done. Whether it's small steps at the beginning, we'll see. But anyway, that's enough. No more rambling. I will talk to everybody real soon. Got some new updates coming. CDs, reviews, movie reviews, all that kind of shit. Like I said, I don't normally make a video like this, but I just had to get some shit off my chest. So I'll talk to everybody real soon. Thanks for watching if you made it this far. And that's it. Stay safe, man. No more guns. Assault weapons, sorry. Keep your guns. See ya.